Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Many Polos. Where they pretty much seem like...
Neutrinos are like the supposedly like natural stimulant stuff.
You were
Say that again?
Yeah, you were kind of hard. It kind of cut there.
Give me a second, I'll put my headphones on.
Okay. That's probably a good plan because I think Sarah's does the same thing for the same reason because it tries to cut down on the reverberation because it is the louder mic like that. And she was trying the laptop mic out just of its own though. But yeah, if that's actually true, what I was reading there, that's a big freaking game changer for energy production. But I can't understand
maybe.
this. Yeah, I obviously only loosely understand the science of it, so that's why I wanted to hey,
Science?
is this, huh?
Sorry, we used to play trivia and they always had a round of science, and when the guy announced it, everyone would scream science. I'm just yelling things, it's fine, don't worry. Yeah, I mean, the thing about neutrinos is that, we don't, they come here, they bombard the Earth, but, I don't know if it's enough. Even if we could, harness them or capture them or have them interact, find a way to force them to interact with something here. I don't know. I don't know how efficient.
Neutrinos again? I forget.
They're cosmic radiation. They just kind of, happen in space. They're just a type of particle, kind of like an X-ray. But an X-ray is an electron, and neutrinos are, a different particle. They're kind of like photons.
Figure out why that sounds so familiar to me right now.
Neutrinos?
I think I have to turn you up again now.
The problem is they don't have an electric charge, so they don't really interact. They have really tiny masses. They're basically like photons, except for they don't interact with anything.
Yeah, right, which is the thing that my brain just went to the fact, because I constantly think of stuff when it comes to energy production. I don't know why, but probably because
it's important. It's a major challenge of our humanity right now.
Exactly. I guess that's probably why.
Yo, what is the up?
Hey, Ike, we're talking about
greetings.
We're talking about neutrinos today.
Ooh,
Space particles.
I like space.
That are actually
Magical space time.
that are actually going. The thing about them is that they're going through us at all times. That's the thing that fascinated me about them. But then I mean,
at any given moment, yes, there could be a neutrino passing through you. How often does that happen?
And they're a little bit different than like you're saying radiation. I know you keep comparing it to radiation, but in my mind, radiation is an energy wave, whereas a neutrino is an actual particle with mass and weight, which is something that's fascinatingly been proven more recently in more recent sciences and such. That's why I was like, well, okay, if it has mass, then it has to have some sort of ability to affect the things around it, because mass is energy and energy is mass, and you can't have one without the other. So I just assumed in the passing of it there would be some sort of wave, and that's how I understood it is how it's actually being perceived most of the time, because you can't really see neutrinos. They're even smaller than electrons, as you were explaining to me, Liv. So you can't really see them. There's no way that we can actually perceive them in any imagination.
Yeah, because detecting them's really hard. If you look up neutrino detectors, they're taking these giant underground silos that we used to store nukes in, and emptying them of everything except for this very delicate equipment, in hopes that we'll be able to detect a neutrino.
Right. And that's what I found the most fascinating about them at the time when I was learning just the base premises of what a neutrino is. But then also going back to the energy problems we have, well, if there's this thing that's kind of creating a particle wave, for lack thereof a better terminology, then couldn't we like somehow tap into that wave, just kind of like we would on an ocean scale? But it's something that's constantly happening, which is the big difference between any other renewable energy source, if you think about it, is that for wind, solar, waves, whatever you have, whatever turbine you have, there's a period of rest, if you will, because there's a time in which it's inactive because the things that are forcing it stop working for a period of time, and then it takes some time for it to come back up and build up or whatever to start pushing it again, you know. But that's the big game changer in my mind about a neutrino, because it's always happening, almost even at a constant rate, that it's just unharnessed. But yeah, and they were saying basically that if you layer things right with a material, that it can create a charge. That's the part that I don't understand from it. Like, you layer like a layer of nanocarbon or graphene. Correct myself already. Graphene, and then like a layer of a transmitter on top of it, a very thin foil, and then the interaction of the neutrino passing through that actually creates a small charge because of the way that it creates its wave through the atoms and nanoparticles in there. But I'm speaking nonsense probably.
No, I like it.
Yeah. No, I mean, that all makes sense. I'm gonna have to read it. I have to like read the thing for it to make any sense to me. But
Yeah.
not that you're doing a bad job of explaining. It's just that I like words. I need to read words on paper, but I will look at it sometime this week. And
Yeah, I thought it was a fascinating, like, find, because I didn't think it existed when I asked you the first time, actually. So I wasn't just, like, asking you to see if you knew about this fringe science that, obviously, maybe a handful of people even know about. And then I Googled what I was thinking, you know, just to see if there's something out there. And apparently there's people in Germany freaking creating these really thin fabrics that create electrical charge just by existing and having neutrinos go through them.
yeah, I mean, like the Earth has like an inherent magnetic field. I had a professor at WVU who was convinced that jet lag is caused by moving through the Earth's magnetic field too quickly. And he like devised this like device to take on an airplane and experiment with, but he was Iranian. He was like, so TSA is never going to let me take this metal box on a plane. They're like, you know, that's never going to happen. But if any of you Americans want to try, like, let me know. I'll give you my little box I devised.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd take it. I'd be curious.
Right?
This concept kind of makes sense in my brain. Like that something like that would work like that. No.
Yeah, I mean, because you're a conductor. You're 70% water, which is very conductive. Like, there's electricity flowing through you at all times. And so if you're moving, any charged particle moving through a magnetic field generates an electric field. So if you're generating a second electric field that interferes with your like body's natural one, it could, most of that's concentrated in your brain, right? And so, I mean, it holds water. I mean, it's definitely plausible.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had not a thought of that. I thought you were going to go with the energy idea of the electric field, somehow harnessing it, and I was like, I don't think that's a good idea, because any force acted upon another force would cause it to weaken, and if we weaken our electrical field around the Earth, we might have some problems.
Probably just a lot.
Questions for Nikola Tesla to answer.
It can't be any worse than, you know, what we're doing to the water and the air, so whatever. No natural resource.
Sure. Do you hear the latest one from the guy that owned Amazon? What the frick? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah, he went to space today.
And he said, we have to send all polluting manufacturings into space. is apparently the headlines from that. I don't know what he actually said, but that's what everybody's interpreting from what he said.
I'm having serious deja vu right now. This is weird.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, you know who else? Like Isaac Asimov was writing about this in the 80s. He was like, yeah, soon we'll be mining the moon for precious minerals that we need, and we'll move construction to space, and we'll be way more efficient because we won't have to move materials from the Earth to space. We'll just go to space and do stuff there.
There was actually, I was messing with my settings, so that's why it was like all weird. Congress had passed something, I think it was like last year, the year before, like actual legislation of like who can and can't mine in space.
Mm-hmm. You know, they wanted to like detonate nukes on the moon back in the 60s. And the world had to like come to an agreement and be like, nah, the moon's off limits.
Let's be fair.
Let's not fuck
only
it up.
they detonated nukes everywhere.
You know, kind of just helps with the oceans and all that happy jazz.
Apparently, at the Bikini Atoll, like years later, there was a fishing boat incident where a lot of sailors died of radiation.
Oh, geez. That does not surprise me.
You want to talk about World War II history? I know a little bit more about that than I do science.
Really?
I have one more fun fact since we're talking about Bikini Atoll.
I just watch history too much.
I mean, it's cool. I wish I had a memory to remember history. But, SpongeBob SquarePants, supposedly, Bikini Bottom is set at Bikini Atoll on the seafloor. And that's why SpongeBob and those creatures exist, because they're, you know, mutated sea creatures caused by all the radiation from all the nuclear tests.
I'm down for that.
I love that. That's brilliant. What?
Do you
What's your?
Speaking of SpongeBob, did you guys ever hear the messed up reason why Mr. Krabs has Pearl as his daughter?
No, I've heard the fan theory of why you never see any of Mr. Krabs' family.
Well, I don't know the one about Mr. Krabs' family, but apparently, so Mr. Krabs is a very stingy, very greedy man, and with that, so apparently when a whale died, it can sustain an ecosystem for a very long time. So the theory is that Pearl's mom died. Mr. Krabs has been making Krabby Patties from the mom's corpse and is keeping Pearl around for the inevitable day she dies and to harvest her body to keep the Krabby Patty going.
Delightful.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. The theory I heard was that Mr. Krabs is just killing his family off, and that's what he makes Krabby Patties out of.
It's pretty close.
That's why you
could
never
be a
see it.
That's pretty close to each other. Maybe they're related somehow.
Yeah.
That's the theory. What's your most interesting fact about World War II there? I wanted to say just straight up.
Yeah, it's probably
George.
They were, in the early days, instead of grenades shaped like your average grenade, since we have such a strong culture in football, they made a Nerf football that was filled with explosives.
That sounds right. The only thing that could sound righter is if they made one shaped like a penis.
Are you talking
Like
the
Jeff
Germans?
Bezos' ship?
No, America.
Oh.
Yeah, there's also a patent for a flaming bayonet.
I believe
Flaming.
100% of this because of America's philosophy and the shotgun. So,
How does a flaming bayonet work? Is what I.
You have a bayonet, and then under the bayonet, you have a box that sets off basically firework charges that just lights the bayonet on fire.
But how does that?
I feel like
I don't
Besides
know.
illuminating,
There's a patent. That's all I know. I don't know how effective it was because I've never heard of it ever being used in combat. I just know that that's something that America tried once. And so did England, apparently.
That's not surprising.
Hold my beer. Flaming bayonet.
Yeah, seriously. guys, check this out.
I was in my garage last weekend. Look what I did.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of selling like hotcakes, I could go for some hotcakes.
Right?
I could always go for pancakes though.
Pancakes are pretty good.
Which is
If I have the extra couple of minutes, though, French toast, the way to go.
Yeah.
See
French
that?
toast is amazing.
Yeah.
You mean extra couple minutes for French toast? Because I feel like French toast is easier than pancakes. Unless you're
Depends.
making the
If
bread.
you get the box stuff, you're just mix water, stir it up, you're done.
I guess.
French toast, you're cracking the eggs.
I
You're
feel
getting
like
your cinnamon, you're getting your vanilla, you're getting your milk. You got to wisp it all up.
I feel like you're more likely to have the stuff for French toast than pancakes.
But if you have pancake mix and water, you have a meal. So
I feel like, though, all of those things could also go into pancakes if you really try, you know?
yeah,
Plus,
It depends on what kind of bread you have, if it's
Yeah.
worth making French toast or not.
Yes.
yeah. You need the Texas toast.
Oh. That's a good call. I was thinking brioche. Texas toast is a good
Brioche
step.
is what all like the fancy restaurants use, but I feel like Texas toast is a more authentic American French toast.
I feel like Texas toast is just a better bread in general.
I would say from a bread standpoint, absolutely. But from a like
French
French
toast
toast
standpoint, yeah, I don't
standpoint.
know about that.
I don't
Brioche.
know.
I meant generally. I feel like there's so much you can do with like a thick cut of like just whatever Texas toast is made out of.
I personally am a fan of like very dense bread with like nuts and seeds, and it's brown. If my bread's not brown, I'm kind of sad.
I can agree with that, but I think Texas toast is basically, isn't it just like white bread but cut really thick?
I think so. That
More or
sounds like
less.
a Texas thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Give me
traditionally
regular
it's-
bread, but give me twice the thickness.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like wider too, right? Like it's
True.
It's
It's
actually
square.
It's actually
Have
the standard slice of width. Like, if we're just going based off like Nichols bread,
Yeah.
the Nichols Texas toast and their regular bread is the same width. It's their Italian that's wider, but that makes for poor French toast because you have to be really quick with your batter
Yeah.
Mhm.
for your dip,
it's delicate.
or it just gets gross.
I'd listen to this guy here. He's been in a kitchen longer than I have in my life.
Yeah, Italian bread is not good for French toast.
I don't know how much baking you've done, Ike, but that in itself is a skill too.
Anybody who can bake, hats off to you, because the best I can do is brownies and cookies.
Man, if you can do cookies, like hats off to you. Like that's the one thing I can't do. I can bake all kinds of shit.
I
No,
feel
like my cookies turn into frisbees every time.
I feel like baking is like science that is just nothing but theories. It seems like some baking stuff is just so inconsistent on how it works.
Well, baking is a precise art. When you're cooking and you add too much of this, you can add something like this and even it out. But baking, if you get too much or too little, it's done. It's fucked up. Start over. Baking is a science.
It can be, especially because of the fact that you have when you're talking about your cookies becoming frisbees, I think that has a lot to do with how much baking soda and what like ratio you use compared to the batter most of the time.
Yeah, I like the infographics that show like like different using different things like butter versus oil versus like I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And they show the like a standard chocolate chip cookie made like 12 different ways.
Yep. That's why I'm
You know how-
really excited to see how my spirit turns out for these for this hopeful get together that you guys are going to be coming to, because
Which
for Halloween,
for Halloween, okay.
because we're
Oh.
Just make sure you siphon off the first however many ounces so you don't blind us all.
Totally talking and didn't realize I was muted.
I
No, but I was saying that it also depends on like how long and how fast you mix the batter, because that can like basically do something to ingredients where it can flatten it out.
when it comes to yeast, it can kill more yeast or propagate more.
Yeah, don't
yeast.
fuck with yeast.
Yeah.
I've also seen it to where like the difference becomes so like detailed that the temperature of your butter makes a difference too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
can confirm the temperature of butter makes a huge difference.
that is completely agreed. But circling back to what you were saying there before you realized you were muted yourself there, Bree. How dare you insult me and my abilities to distill and the amount of information that I've been consuming to start this distilling process, for not knowing that I should remove the methanol.
Oh no, that was me. That
I
wasn't
know.
Brie. That was Olivia.
No, I know it was Liv. I said Liv, but before Bree, I convoluted it a little bit, I guess, because I was saying
Okay.
both your names. But yes.
I just want to make sure. I like my eyesight. I mean, I'm hoping for bionic eyes here soon before I die. But
if you don't
before,
know, actually, there are a lot of different fruits and many things that you consume that actually have a lot of methanol in it and will not make you go blind. It's just an urban legend. It's just not good for your digestive systems. You'll probably get the shits if I were to give you methanol, basically.
What's methanol?
Methanol.
Did I tell you? Oh, good.
Hi.
Hello. Did I tell you? So I'm driving, and I was like, oh wait, I have Discord on my phone. I'm just gonna fucking join and listen. So,
Oh.
did I tell you the one time? So Casey has his distillery, and he's still like creating at home. So
Yep.
he has all his heads and tails. He like put them in this like white rum bottle, and he put this little tiny piece of tape that said like head and tails, you know. And we were making these white rum drinks, and so I grabbed this white rum,
Oh no.
put it in my
no.
drink, and started drinking it.
And that's what happened.
Man, I really don't think I. Right? Everyone taste. I can't remember. I think we were drinking like 180 proof.
Yeah.
Not the percentage of like the
Yeah.
proof is like
Yeah. It's
we normally drink like 70
It's
proof.
90.
It's like really really high. It was 180 proof is what we were consuming.
yeah.
That's 90%,
Yep. Yeah. It's not.
which is
It's,
approaching Everclear.
yeah. It's basic. The heads and tails of a distillation are basically pure. Well, the head is anyways. The tails are the opposite. So when you mix them, you're actually able to redistill those, put them back into a wort, or AKA the things that make beer, and just distill it again. And when you distill it, the heating process and evaporation and recondensation of it will rework what the chemical makeup of the dang thing is. It's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, I don't know about beer. All I know is that in whiskey, if you don't cut it right, it can really fuck up the flavor profile of everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why most whiskeys and liquors stick around 40% alcohol or 80 proof.
A lot of them. You can't have a whiskey higher than. It can't go into the barrel at higher than 130 proof. I think.
And normally, if it's that high, then they're cutting it with something at the end. Just from a additive standpoint, to make it taste drinkable. Otherwise, it just tastes like straight moonshine.
I just saw this one thing that we're definitely gonna do for our Halloween get together. It's they made little potion bottles, and then like they were just different drinks. Except this one was it wasn't like delicious drinks. They just like mixed random shit. It was kind of like more of like a potion roulette. But I'm thinking that for our get together, we should definitely do like I'm gonna make painkillers that can be a healing potion. You know.
Oh, you mean like actual, like a painkiller's the
A
mixed
shot.
drink?
Drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not when you said it at first, my brain was like, "You're gonna crush up painkillers and give it to us?" That doesn't sound
I
good,
mean,
Sarah.
I'm down for a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Someone can do it.
I think that was Jesse from this campaign sent that in one of our chats. I don't know which chat it was now too. So I've seen the exact one that you're talking about.
Yeah. I enjoyed that.
That was good. Well, it looks like all that are here are here. I don't know, Sarah, if you're still driving. It sounds like you're getting there.
So I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting home.
Okay. Please don't be driving too, because that's where I don't want to be to start the thing off. And I wouldn't.
No, yeah.
I
like-
appreciate you calling in, but you do not have to be calling in while you're driving. So
Yeah.
I know of your past experiences. I know of them.
You bugger. I can listen. I just can't do mechanics. So it's actually kind of perfect for me.
I put my phone away while I drive because of that reason. I will not. It is not worth my life.
I choose
You're
life.
harder than I am.
All of that withstanding, I'll start a little bit of a recap. You guys kind of can probably fill in some gaps as we go too. But you were going to kill this faction inside of the Thieves Guild, and then you wanted to make friends with them after you tried killing them and they seemed a little too hard to kill, if you will, and then decided, fuck that, we're on a mission to kill these bitches, and are killing them, or we're attempting to kill them last you were left off. I'll fill in a little bit of a blank too that I'm not seeing here in chat that I remember distinctly for a character that isn't here. Ash was bringing up the idea of introducing the Minotaur into the mix, and what I am going to fill in from that aspect of things is that after, is it Zolas or was it you, Warren? I'm trying to figure it out here, going back to the chat, that killed
I
this.
was last.
So you didn't kill this guard, it was Zolas, yeah.
Yes.
Who also isn't here this round. Killed the guard, and these two Azure here, or Azure, that are the flaming-haired dwarves, not figuratively by any means, they actually have flames for hair. Were talking to this Minotaur at the time of the guard's death, had noticed said death, and you hear a click down the corridor of where the Minotaur was. And he
great.
comes barreling out of his enclosure to run past and through Mime, Baharash, Ash, and jump and spring on the other side straight to the mage. So, I would say that in doing so too, he kind of like opened his arms and struck Ash, Zolas, and Flint in the manner. And in landing on the other side, Griselda fell off the bridge and into the stream of shit underneath. Just lost her balance. And in striking Flint and Ash, they just dropped unconscious for the rest of the fight. And Griselda's kind of flailing around useless right now. So there is one other person that I feel like I am missing that needs to be incapacitated. Nope.
Like, where's Gab? Is she not getting on?
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know characters compared to their actual person.
Zolas was the other one that's unconscious. Zolas, Ash, Flint are unconscious. They had been struck and stunned, and so was Griselda, who had been startled and fell off the shit bridge. I couldn't figure out another way to make them basically incapacitated for the remainder of the fight. And the Minotaur, in landing on the other side, kind of pushed and slammed into the mage that you guys had been fighting, pushed him against the wall, but there was a haze that appeared around the mage of this translucent bubble almost when striking against the wall after being pushed against it by the Minotaur could not be crushed past that point, basically. So that you're presuming it was some sort of magical shield barrier that could not be penetrated. So they figure out Mame, correction, and Baharash. Could you roll dex saves to see if you are in the midst of being run over by this Minotaur?
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck this Minotaur up. You don't run
Fucking
me
A.
over.
Dex save. Boom.
Don't run me over and get away with it.
21, Baharash.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see here. Don't like this. So, Mame, you got brushed up against the wall as the Minotaur ran past. Like he barreled past you, and you weren't looking at them as far as you could tell. So when they had run past, he ran straight into your back and kind of just straight forearmed you out of the way, even though your size, he's even twice your size and girth. And just roll a d6. I'll roll it for as he brushed past you. I don't know why I would say re-roll it. You just.
I mean, I can.
You took 2 damage from when it ran past you and pushed you off to the side, out of the way. Baharash, you heard Mame's oof. You look behind you and you, oh fuck! Which way do you jump?
Towards Flint. I guess if that's like, I'm gonna jump that way.
What's the other one? He's
Here.
incapacitated.
What was that, Warren?
I said Flint is the other one that needs to be incapacitated.
I'm trying to put a visual displayer on there for maybe that. That ought to work. And yeah, so just brazenly struck, and they were basically just stunned from the Minotaur as it ran past. Just off to the side there. Crap. Go away. So go ahead and move your character off towards Flint. You kind of push past Flint, I would say, then, Baharash, and in doing so, situate him just in perfect squareness to be struck on the side of the head as he'd run past, stunning him as well as Ash. And Ash fell back onto Zolas, almost making them stand back and falling into the river too of shit that's below them.
I can't wait for them to wake up in the pond. So the sewer pipe.
They might. You might be able to finish this fight off tonight. We'll see. So skipping Ash, I was trying to build up enough here for Mario, who I know is next. I don't know if you're loaded in or not.
Nope, I am not. I'm trying to find my computer.
Okay. Do you want me to describe you to the situation and tell you, and tell me what you want to do, or?
Yep, totes.
All right. So you were just attacked by this goblin, just previously, into your side, after you had crushed one of their companion's skulls with your hammer, and are pretty near to being unconscious again. You can tell your blood loss is profuse, and
Yay.
you've seen your healer across the way just dodge the attack of the Minotaur as it ran through your friends out towards the mage.
Fine.
Who I'm presuming you're looking at because of your current circumstance. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up what your character has otherwise to assist. I don't know if there's anything that you want to know that while you're weighing options.
Well, I'm weighing options.
Because you're
It's cold.
standing in front of two goblins currently.
I feel like okay, so
the ship.
all my friends just got thrown into the poop river, and the Minotaur is close.
Ish.
Right?
Close-ish. He's
Okay.
through two goblins and a human. But he is only 10 feet maybe away from you.
Okay, so am I across the river?
You are away from all of your friends on the other side of the river. Because you had gone into the restroom to convene with
That's right, I'm on the not good side. Okay.
and
One.
the other goblin that had not attacked you seems to be worse off than the goblin that had attacked you. It had been the one that you guys had tried to slit its throat that had been sitting on the chair originally.
Okay. So, I think what Muriel would try to do is, like, I'm gonna try to end these fuckers to the best of my ability.
Fuck them up.
Yeah, and then, if I have an extra hand, I might help these people.
Okay.
Like, basically, to be a god, we just got told that we needed to just fuck shit up. So, this is Mariel fucking shit up. Oh, I'm almost there, guys. Just zoom in. And human. Alright, so the one that's closest to me, I'm just gonna. What am I, a monk?
You are.
Yay. This is my terrible distraction conversation as I'm pulling out my character sheet.
So you, I was just going through some of your stuff here. You know, you have your unarmed strike, you have your flurry of blows. You can spend 1 key point to disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn as well.
That's good to know. That is good to know. Alright. Under dark mode available. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so she's gonna. I believe she has her warhammer.
Yep.
And she's gonna two-handedly strike this guy. Wielding aim. Did that send? No, it did not. Wait, give me one hot moment.
Oh no.
Mike, was that you?
Mississippi.
Mike, is that you?
Now recording.
Fucking
Your food's on your desk.
Fucking Craig.
beginning of Craig's recording. Your food's on your desk.
Okay, so son of a bitch.
How's the earth? Nice and round.
Nothing. I'm on D&D.
It's D&D.
It's the
not-
final
okay.
countdown.
All right, so it's 15 to hit.
Oh, that hits. I think. Let me wait. I was still bringing up that character because I was looking at your character. My bad. Yep, that just hits. That's a perfect
Okay,
hit.
and it is 9 damage. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Spend that key point. Cause that's what that did.
Didn't kill him?
Just barely.
Oh, is
Almost
that
not.
me? Oh my god, that's me.
Yeah, your health is pretty low.
Okay. So then... I guess I'm gonna go... I did that, and she was like, oh yeah! And then he was still alive after that, and she kind of like shit herself a little bit. So she's gonna run. She's gonna spend a key point to run back in that back room to see if there's any type of healing stoof.
You have 3 key points, don't you? Yeah, looks like.
Yeah.
I was just asking. I wasn't sure it. I don't know. I don't know.
Key point?
Okay.
Question mark.
So you're gonna disengage from there.
Yeah. I'm gonna run. And hope to God that there's no one in here. Yes, I'm gonna disengage, and I guess, I don't know how much I can do on my turn. Like, can I look through some of the stuff to see if there's any, like, anything that could help me with, like, healing?
What stuff? Oh, you mean the stuff in the room?
There's a chest.
Yeah, you're just so you just run straight into the room and you're kind of looking around like hurriedly, I would presume. So you immediately notice about where the mage had been standing. It seems he'd been mixing some elixirs that you're unfamiliar with on top of his stand here. Is immediately what you notice when looking for such.
Okay. Ooh. Can I roll to know what these elixirs are?
You
Or
can,
should I just start shooting them back?
but also your action would be gone, which I don't think your key points left are like added actions. They let you attack and do stuff other like that, but not like drink a potion, which is an action normally. So, or pick it up even, but you can roll a medicine or a perception or an insight. It depends upon what you're trying to look at in regards to them. Which I mean, I understand what you're trying to get at, but I would probably say your insight would be your best bet.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Because, it's hard not to. Oh, it wasn't good. It's a 3.
So you're like, well, I'm aiming
They are liquid.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
they're potions. He probably wasn't mixing them to kill someone. If he was, he'd only need one of them. Why would he need 4 of them to kill someone?
This is a good thought process. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Josh. Alright, on to the next. That's all I got.
All right.
I hope the one character that we have no contact with doesn't just like drop.
The one that has the contract. What?
We have no contact with right now.
Oh no. Vomira is the one. No, Griselda made this contract, I think, actually. But
No contact. Like we're very separated.
oh,
No, ma'am. Oh, look at the baby girl. Now she goes back. Yes, you're so good. Yeah, if I knew what fully this type of campaign would be, probably would have picked a different type of character. Because having only one healer is super rough.
you guys have 2, technically, to some degree.
I can kind of heal myself.
No, yeah, exactly. Heal himself.
No, I meant there's Griselda, who casts a lot of magic and does have some healing. And there's Baharash, who's just heavy healing, but...
I meant I can kind of take care of myself in situations like this, kind of.
So, it's the mage's turn, and basically he kind of mumbles under his breath and starts waving his hands in front of himself as he's bounced back off of this wall quickly, and mist forms around him, and he disappears to the eye. Oops. So no one can see him behind this mist cloud that he's created. It's really hard to select him on top of the Minotaur. I gotta move the Minotaur out of the way for a sec. There we go. And then it would be Baharash's turn.
With the Minotaurs, is the Minotaur still reading?
He was when you guys had seen him in his enclosure, but he dropped the book, and as he had done so, an axe kind of just appeared in his hands. But
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. I put that in chat. So I'm just gonna make sure there's no. Alright, I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack, so hopefully this hits. 9 to hit.
What do you?
Casting Guiding Bolt, but I have to make a ranged spell attack for it to take effect.
But what are you aiming for?
The Minotaur.
Oh, the Minotaur. Oh, okay. That does not hit.
Then I will end my turn.
Okay. Do you want to describe it?
No, you can. I'm trying to figure out what my dog is doing. She's forced her way under my desk. What are you doing?
So basically you went, Tiamat, serve me in this, help me, and there was a bit of a fizzle in the air and nothing. Would you like to move, or?
We're gonna stay right here. No, come on. Come on, go.
Did you say Zelda?
Yeah, that's her dog's name.
Oh,
You wanna chill?
I think I knew that we both had animals with the same name.
Oh yeah. Gab's been gone for like a whole day, and I've been at work since like 9 o'clock this morning, so she's been home all alone, and she's freaking out that someone's actually here. Because when I got home, my stove was on the fritz, so I'd gotten home, tried to make some food. It didn't want to work, so I ran out to go get food. So I was here, then I had to leave again, and now she's just like, "Oh my god,
We were gone for so long.
for real." She's just glued to my side right now.
Did you want to move any, though?
Oh no, I'm okay. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30? That's my movement speed. Yep. All right. Yeah. Where I move. So, stop. Come on. Go. That's as far as I'm gonna move. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. So you're moving towards that general area.
What? So. Chill, doggo.
And then Flint is kind of looking around, all confused. Then it would be Vamira's turn.
What you doing over there?
Maybe.
Yep, no, I'm here. Sorry, I just had to unmute myself. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Indeed.
Awesome. Okay, so, what am I going to do? So, is this just like a plank of wood across it, or is it like elevated up a little bit? Like, could I possibly hide over here?
No, it is just purely some planks of wood tied together,
Okay.
laid flat across the gap
Okay.
as a
Gotcha.
bridge over the Poop River.
Okay. So the mage is he completely gone, or can we just see a mist, just a cloud mist right now?
there's just a cloud of mist where the mage was. So you cannot
Okay,
visibly see him.
All we can see is a cloud of mist.
Correct.
So he could or could not be in the mist.
However you interpret, yes.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna run across the bridge. I'm gonna peek in this door.
Opening the door is an action.
Oh, it's an action?
Indeed.
Well, I'm still gonna do it.
Okay. You look in the room, and you see what...
Oh, can I kind of like try to like stealthily run and like open the door and come in and then close the door behind me?
Closing the door would be another action.
Ah, well then I'll leave the door open. Or I'll like sneak in, but I'll just try to be super sneaky and stealthy about it.
As you're sneaking through the door, you notice no one is there, so you leaving the door open doesn't really hurt you because everyone's seen you go into the door, but no one...
They saw me? Damn it.
There's no one inside of the room.
I was hoping everyone would be distracted by the Minotaur.
For the most part, I mean, perception rolls can be had to see whether or not you went in there, but everyone's attention was on the group that was across the river before Mario came screaming out and exploded someone's head, and then the Minotaur came screaming across. So they could be distracted necessarily if you're rolling some stealth rolls, but I would say for the most part you're inside of a room now, and no one. I don't know what's going on from there, but I see where you're trying to go with it. So keep going with it.
Yeah. So what do I see here?
You see a rack that's holding weapons of a sorts, various ones being
kinds?
spears, some axes, a mace, a couple long swords, a short sword, and a shield.
So I'm assuming picking up any of those weapons would be an action.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm basically just gonna like stand in front of this, like I'm about to pick up. I think I'm definitely picking up the shield. Can I only pick up one thing each turn, or can I pick up like a shield and a couple hand axes on a turn?
If you're picking them up in the same action, I wouldn't say anything because it's pretty much the same action. But it's
Yeah, I figure I just like go down and like grab two axes with one hand and grab the shield with the other.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna stand in front here and wait.
Alrighty. Where art thou, Bandit 3? Oh, there you are. The human that Mariel's had not bashed its brains in, that is holding a bow. Readies its bow again and aims it towards Baharash, who's ventured closer, and just in his haste pulls back and fires. 19 to hit. Alright, roll that damage. 3 piercing. So, I'm guessing that's not that much. Can't see your health this second. There it is. That's what I thought. So, it kind of tings off of your armor, but you can feel the bruise forming just right where it hit under the armor that you're wearing. And he stares at you as he slowly loads another arrow. And then it's Sasha's turn, who is Griselda's familiar, flies over and tries to help their master. And then it's Mame's turn.
Yeah, I'm really upset I'm on this side of the shit creek. Well, fuck. Yes, I can move 30. Yes. Diagonal counts, right?
Yes, and you can jump across certain things. I mean,
What?
what do you mean?
What?
You can do whatever you want. It's D&D.
I
So you
can't
can
jump. That's huge. That's too bad. I wouldn't jump across that.
you're
I would
7
fall
foot,
on my face.
You're 7 foot something, and you wouldn't jump across a 5-foot gap.
What do I have to roll?
Athletics.
This isn't gonna end well.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it is. Okay, fine. I'm gonna jump. Ooh, did that go? I'm gonna jump across the athletics. When I roll athletics, I try to jump across the poop creek.
All right.
I take a running start.
You stride across it as if it were just a morning day stroll.
Look at that. Hello, human. Can I like land on the human? Knock him over.
You can land on the human, and knocking him over would, I guess I would have to roll his... Because you're kind of bumping into him as you walk onto the space.
Hey, just being like the opposite of courteous, just being
Yeah.
an asshole. I get over there and elbow check him out of the way.
I've done that. It's pretty effective. Mainly in areas where it's super crowded and you're just walking, and if somebody's in your lane, I mean, I don't know what you do, other than just because you got to keep going. Your momentum's already carrying you. I don't.
That must be a height issue, because I never had that problem.
It can be.
I've learned how to weave. I'm a master crowd weaver.
I either weave or I stop and I wait for the other person to like get the fuck out of the way.
You need
People
to
just automatically get out of my way.
you need to go to Rome on peak season. That's all I'm telling you right now.
Oh, maybe in Europe it would be different.
I think
It
my
sounds
height...
like
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, sounds like going to Rome at peak season doesn't sound like a good idea. You can, okay, good.
I was gonna say, being tall and having a face that looks like I will murder you at any time probably helped. I had like super irritated, like bitch face all the time in high school.
It also it does sort of help even in a crowd if you think about it, because like even as a short person you can kind of see that tall person coming, like, and you're like, oh nope, never mind, thank you. So but
Yeah.
I could still see how it wouldn't work, because sometimes you gotta keep your eyes on the ground when you're walking in Italy, especially all other European countries, maybe even Spain, because the sidewalks are just not only are they small, but also they're cobblestone, so you're like watching to make sure you don't turn your ankle. But yeah, I shoulda checked this one lady because of this exact reason, and I was looking where I was stepping and not where I was going, and I was staying in my lane. She was not. She was talking on the phone and just looking around, and came into my lane, and I couldn't stop, so she didn't fall down. Made sure of that, but she was very startled. I felt bad. Anyhow, it looks like this human, as you came across me, May, seeing you get ready to jump in your Goliath form and tread across this gap, was like, oh fuck, and just took a quick step, god darn Minotaur, back, and you land right in front of him, face to face like this, so barely inches apart. Your faces are like,
Okay.
and you still have not performed an action.
Right. So I'm gonna rage.
That's a bonus action.
Right. Okay, so I have to attack first. So I'm gonna I just want to let you guys know I have all that. So I guess I have to rage at the end because I can also frenzy, and I'm gonna reckless attack. I'm gonna just everything I have. What's this give me? 3rd level. I'm level 4. Anyway, did I send frenzy?
I see reckless and I see rage.
Yeah, frenzy's gonna come into effect next time. Okay, so I should just attack him. With the great axe.
With advantage, I'd say, because of the situation. Oh, that hits. No problem.
Good shit.
6.
Yeah, 6. And then because of the rage, I get the bonus action, so I can wait. But this is also what, reckless attack. So I'm throwing aside all concern for defense to attack with fierce desperation. I make my first attack on my turn, decide to attack recklessly, and I get advantage. Yeah, so do I have to roll again or roll something?
You get to
I roll
attack
strength.
attack again. Sorry, I missed that.
So it's that first attack, I get advantage, which I think it says roll strength. So it says gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn. So my first attack has advantage. So I mean it hit anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, and so because I'm raging, I get a bonus action. So I'm gonna attack again with my great axe.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's
hits.
how that works.
And that's a death kill, if you want to describe it.
I'm not ready for this, so you can describe it.
Oh, no. Well,
Wait, did you literally just kill the Minotaur?
no.
Wasn't he supposed to help us?
I thought you were attacking she was attacking Mame was attacking this human in front of them, correct?
Think about your next word. I'm pretty sure.
This might be DM has to pee brain, but I could be wrong. I thought you were attacking this human.
I was attacking the Minotaur.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be honest, because
That
he's
doesn't seem like a good idea.
the big scary guy, right? Are we
That's
not?
why-
Am I
that's
not
why she
supposed to
went
be?
all out.
Yeah, aren't I
No.
supposed to be attacking the Minotaur? Look at his giant ass health bar.
I thought he was on our side. He kind of
Minotaur.
ran into the mage and made him disappear.
While you guys discuss that,
Do I
and
not
what
know
your
that?
action was there, I'm a Pete. No, you guys do know that to some degree, because Ash was like, why don't we let the Minotaur free to help us? And that's when someone had unlocked the door to the Minotaur.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was coming out to like fuck with us.
No.
Not me. So okay, so
We let him.
Mame knew that. Olivia did not. Olivia thought that the Minotaur was gonna come out and try to ruin our lives. So if the
Okay.
Minotaur is friendly and not gonna try to destroy us, then sure, yeah, I'm attacking the human, not the Minotaur.
Well, we don't know if he's friendly, but we've let him out. So
Oh, I didn't
hopefully
realize
we
we
can-
let him out. I thought
yeah.
he like escaped or I don't know, came out for some reason. Okay, then I don't want to attack the Minotaur.
Yeah.
I feel like why would he jump across the river when he ran to run past all of us if he was going to attack us?
But then he like accidentally took all of us out.
He's a minotaur. Sure,
Yeah.
I'm normal size and still run into shit.
Going back to the shoulder checking incident, I'm small and I run into people, so.
Yeah, so we're attacking the human. That's what the consensus is.
Have you thought of a death kill in that time that you want to do to this human?
You can.
All
You
right.
can kill the human.
So you jump across this gap, axe ready, and you don't swing down like you might have normally because you're trying to catch your balance as you would on the other side, and you swing up, catching him in the crotch, and just sliding him through the axe, and you see the horror on his face and the pain flash through him, just all the way up until his face is split in half, and he slides into two on the against the wall.
Like after that, the mom just like grunts and says axes. wipes their axe off on his clothes, clean it.
Sliding him through the axe might be one of the most disgusting phrases I've ever heard.
You're welcome.
That's pretty bad. On a good day, I was gonna.
Just a tiny curled up little doggo and a giant.
We got the crotch pose from Zelda right now. What you doing?
Being super comfortable. What of it, human?
What is this? Oh. Oh.
They just have to know. They just have to know it's okay. Alright, so the human is hopefully needed to die. Human's taken care of.
A quick hats off moment is we should all like put little videos of our animals in the podcast and be like, to find our animals here that we keep referencing to.
It is Warren's turn, but to that note, I did make an Instagram recently, like today recently, and Demi is, and besides the logo that Jesse created for us, is the only posts on that Instagram as of Rum Propelled.
I should follow your Instagram and you should follow mine, Josh, because I don't have an Instagram. Bella does. It is nothing but Bella pictures.
You need to send us all. And then, Josh, you need to put your video of you being completely frozen, but, like, your light's still going off that I sent you.
Yeah.
I think that was a snap.
I think it was just a picture that you had sent me, at least. Because I saved that picture. I considered putting that as my background on Twitter, honestly. But, Warren, what are you doing over there?
I'm going to take out my bow and I'm going to shoot the agitated goblin, I imagine, that's across the pond with it. I can do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Maybe.
not good.
I think his AC might be too high, though, for a 10 to hit. Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to run across the bridge.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Towards Flint, it looks like. Off to the right side there. So, you ready your bow, you go to shoot, aiming at the agitated goblin, and it sails right past him and through the mist that used to be where the mage is. You did not see it hit, and you hear a distinct tink as it ricochets off the wall and onto the floor and just lays there.
-1 arrow, because I'm sure that shattered when it hit the wall.
Oh, the arrow? No, it's still whole. The Azure that had not opened the containment runs forward and screams with reckless abandon, just, "Let's fuck 'em up!" Then it would be Zolas, who floats farther down the shit river, just screaming like, "Oh fuck!"
Oh shit.
Then the one that the goblin that had been attacking Sarah here, Mariel. It's hard to look at your face and then say your character's name sometimes. In the differentiations of things. Let's see here. He is running off No, he would have to disengage. So, turns around towards Mame. And,
Oh no, no, no.
He says that.
No, I
It
say
sounds
that.
lovely. Oh.
that would be much nicer than what he says. He's just turns around and just... Brian just turns around and swings the scimitar, just... and swings the dagger, stabbing towards you, and then swings the scimitar back around. He's like, fuck you! 25, 24, and an 18.
Yeah, those all hit.
6, 5, and a 4. So
15.
15. Mm-hmm. And then the smallest goblin that is still kind of like groggy after being hit upside the head multiple times now, and basically bludgeoned to death, just takes a step back and goes, "What the? Oh God, these people are crazy." And the other Azure, the one Azure that had actually opened the cage, comes running around the side and says, "Yes, let us have blood." The goblin that you would try to attack, Warren, had acknowledged said things and starts taking pot shots at your friends.
Please don't.
Why is everyone on the other side so good? Why do I get a fucking 10? I'm agitated.
I don't blame you. Luck is a wily mistress. Zolas.
I got a 17 on my test roll. Just to make sure everything was working.
I'm trying to load Zolas's page now to make sure that they had updated their armor class. They had with a 5 and Constitution.
Oh shit.
These are saving throws. That's this one. Did that go through?
I still have agitated crossbow thing.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, wait. Here they come.
Oh, that did not work. Oh, God.
My lord, where'd that go?
So, Zolas, being aimed at by the particular goblin across the way, gets an arrow straight in the shoulder, almost looking like straight in the heart, and goes limp in the stream of poop.
That's gonna get infected.
And then it's...
Predicting sepsis.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I literally would dip all of like our weapons in the river. Be like, I'm gonna get you now. You're either gonna die now, or you're gonna die later. This ain't gonna be great.
1 week after, the whole party dies of dysentery.
And the Minotaur runs straight through the mist with no resistance, kind of looks around, but then takes a swing at the same goblin that had shot Zolas. Greatox. That hits. Again, too many tabs. Nearly cleaving it in two, but instead cleaving off one of its arms as it goes flying off to the side. The goblin screams "Ah!" as it drops the crossbow that it's holding and grabs for a smaller weapon that it's holding there. And then it's Ash's turn, who is floating down the poop river, kind of grabs up Zolus, holding them, and then it's Mario's turn yet again. What art thou doing, Mario? After the entire combat of the other side, I guess.
Just around the I found a perfect picture for Mariel. I posted in our chat. So cross off and badass. Like, that's... Except she's a monk, so she doesn't have all that shit on her. So imagine if she was just, like, wearing some cloth. Where are we? So I am not muted. Okay, that's good.
While you're figuring that out, how do I find Bella on Instagram? I don't think that's a... I know I can type Bella, but...
No, it's Big City Little Pup, or Little Pup Big City. Ella.
Okay. All lowercase?
Yeah. Little Pup Big City Bella.
Oh, shit. The other way.
If you can't find her, let me know.
Oh yeah, that worked.
So it's Little Pup Big City?
Yeah. And Bella.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm assuming that's
Sorry,
over
guys,
Bella and not not what you're actually going to do.
Oh my. I'm sorry, guys. I'm done playing. I'm just gonna be fucking pictures. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. Those are really cute. I created an account for Zelda and then I lost the password, so I just stopped.
Yeah.
So this guy is shady.
Yeah. Gosh, that took so long.
Mariel. Mariel has to make a decision. Can I roll to make a decision? Whether it's smart to take these potions. Because then I'm like looking around. Mariel's not doing good. And the moment I step out that door, I'm gonna die. So she's like, I mean, I guess she got a really bad roll. So she's gonna look at the potion that, you know, seems the kind of most done and is gonna take a little smell. Does it do anything when she smells it?
So she's popped the top and is smelling below the cork in the bottle. The first essence that you get is of effervescence and a tingling in your nose, but past that, it's almost a sweetness, savoriness undertones. Kind of reminds you of some of the health potions you've taken, but something more maybe. You're not sure.
In a past life, I could swear that I had boon water that I could drink from, but now I'm stuck here finding potions.
Inside
whale.
poop water.
Buckles up. Yes. And so she goes and she flings it back, because right now she's not feeling good. She's like, I'm gonna either die out there, or I'm gonna die with this potion. So she drinks the potion.
Okay. You instantaneously, as you feel it touch your tongue, just this elation sense, and then as it goes down past your gullet and into your stomach, this full filled sense as if you hadn't the past days in which you hadn't eaten, and your god you thought you'd left you, is now completely satiated. You're no longer hungry, and you are completely full in health.
Shit. Really?
Yeah.
So full health
Mhm.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she feels good. Maybe has like a small orgasm because she's been on the brink of death for a while now. And she takes all the bottles and puts them in any pocket that she has.
All right, that's your action.
Yep, that's my action.
There
and
are-
then can I walk?
Yeah, there are 3 bottles besides the one that you, I would say half drank, because it is a decent sized bottle.
Okay, cool. So I wish there was like this little thing on the top that I could just click and go inventory.
Right?
I have to go find it.
You should be able to,
Then-
if your inventory is in Astral at least. It's just spacebar, I think, to open your character sheet. But if it's in the other tab, not so much. With D&D Beyond, because you have to go under D&D Beyond and tab through that jazz.
Okay, so I'm gonna say notes. I'm just gonna put notes because that makes sense. So we have 3.5 bottles of
Unnamed elixir.
Okay. And when I turn around, do I see any more?
You just, in a cursory search of the room, you see there is one other bottle resembling the ones that you would picked up, but it is empty on the nightstand over here, as well as another presumably empty bottle, but it is hard to see through and does not have a cork in it on the nightstand over there.
Okay. And then there's a sword she does not
Yep.
need. So Mariel is going to turn around after stashing and just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess start moving towards the door. Say, all right, I'm healed. Time back in the battle.
Then it would be
And,
Barash's turn. Sorry, I didn't catch those last couple words. I think you're muted, my friend, on my side at least. I did that on accident because of the doggo. That's right.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Mame.
Thanks. I need that.
Let's see here. See what we get. 5 health. Not a lot, but it's something, I guess. Let's see here. I'm going to move right there and end my turn.
I'm assuming, too, that from our previous discussions, I think it's verbal and semantic. It doesn't say in that little blurb there. It just tells how much you had healed.
It is
So you kind of
verbal, yeah.
just the continual phrase that you've been uttering of "Let Tiamat be upon you," or "be with you."
Yeah.
And purple essence emits across Mame, healing some of the flesh wounds.
Yeah, how much?
That was 5.
Okay. Take that.
Yeah. I rolled a 1. Kind of sucks, but I have a +4 to that healing, so not
Hey.
too bad.
Yeah. Especially not at this time.
Some
Nope.
some health points are better than 0 health points.
This is true. This is
Yeah.
very true.
Flint is kind of just flailing on the ground in front of you, Warren. Now at this point, besides having looked around confusedly, just fallen down on the ground and was like, oh! Like he'd somehow taken some sort of concussive force to the head, you might presume, but then it's Vamira's turn. What you doing inside your room over there, Vamira?
So I am going to pick up the shield and the hand axe,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go back outside. I'm going to have the shield up as like a defensive thing. And I'm guessing that was my action, and so I wouldn't be able to throw the axe at the agitated goblin.
You are correct.
Yep. Actually, so I'm just gonna pick it up and stand like just inside the door.
Okay. Now for this slew of turns. I think, Mame, you're in there a little bit, and Warren is too. Okay, I'm not quite there yet. So, the bandit that is in between, the individual that is in between Mame and Bacharash, the last human, kind of stands there like, and then drops his bow with his hands up. I'm not part of this. I'm done. This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And then Sasha, still following Griselda down the poop river, whose head is bobbing up and down out of the water, just past the second footbridge. And then it's Mame's turn.
Woo. Okay, so Brian.
The goblin.
Brian's gonna die. We're gonna inch closer to Brian.
It's so hard to tell which one's which.
What is going? Okay, my computer is freaking out. Oh, it's because too many things going on. Hold on. Okay. So I'm getting closer to Brian. I'm facing Brian. Pulling out the great axe. I'm still raging. Not that it just gives me advantage on strength checks and saving throws and melee damage with strength weapons. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna fuck him up with my great axe because he tried real hard to fuck me up.
Roll that
I don't know
again.
if The same exact thing.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that one hits. That's what
Got it.
advantage gets
Good.
you, because that first one did not.
Yeah. So, how much damage does 11 slashing do?
Brian's the lower health one. I was trying to pull up the sheet. No, that's Jim. Jim is the lower health one. Or the frick is Brian? There's so much shit going down.
I'm moving myself away just so I can read.
Alright. 11 does... One, two... How is 25 not a crit? Oh, you rolled a 19. Damn. So close to a... Ah, I'm gonna die.
What happened?
What? What do you mean, what happened?
You said 25 and 19 and...
I was doing some math, because I was looking at your 25, and I was like, how is that not a crit? It's a 19, which is one away from a crit. And I was like, it's pretty much there. You get a brutal death, almost death, I would say right now. So he's still alive, but he's barely alive. If you want to describe it.
Oh, so I, in rage and anger, a double-handed great axe, and I swing, and I hit him in his neck. I hit him in his neck, and I go like halfway through. It stops halfway through, so he's almost like nearly hitting his neck, right? So like, he's barely hanging on, but he could. His head's quite unhinged.
So he's just standing there paralyzed. He's dropped down onto the floor, and his head's lolled off to the side like, oh, fuck! Just finish me! Finish me, please!
There's no mercy. Cool. Cool.
Then it's Warren's turn.
Apparently that goblin's a masochist. So I'm guessing Brian is the one that's right in front of Mame,
Correct.
and Jim is the one that's behind her on my screen. Okay.
Them. Mame's gender
Them.
is unknown.
Yeah.
What do I want to do?
So if you're trying to aim between Mame's leg, you're not sure if you're going to hit something or not, so just...
No, I'm gonna put away my bow.
My mom is wearing some pretty tight pantaloons. Yeah, jorts.
20, 25, 30. I think that I counted that right. I'm just gonna pull out my my swords, and that will be my turn. 'Cause I can't hit anything.
Still really soft on my end. I don't know if that's just me or not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I moved my mic away because I was eating.
Oh my gosh, that is so much better.
Yeah, I just moved across and pulled out my swords, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Oh, okay. You're close enough to hit Jim, if that's what you're worried about.
Where's Jim?
Right here. Like
Fuck
right.
him up.
I'm close enough? Okay, then I'm gonna double swipe at him with my two long swords.
The first one does not hit, but the second one does, and that is a death kill if you want to describe it.
I backhand swing with the first one, which barely is just out of my reach, and with the second one, I just catch him in the back of the neck, and his head just falls on the floor.
And just before it falls on the floor, as your blade sails through him, you get this satisfying sense of ha! As his body falls to the left and his head falls to the right, ending on the floor.
Yeah, that's my turn then.
All right.
Sorry, I said that's my turn.
No, I heard you.
Okay.
So then we've got the flaming-haired dwarves on the other side of the poop river that are standing there. Like, holy fuck, they took that literally. Just kind of standing there, like, hands on their hips, like, scratching their heads, like, I guess we don't have to do anything. And, still slightly unconscious, but held by Ash. They both kind of float down a little bit farther down the poop river. Gotta move the Minotaur out the way. And... oh yeah. Jim is still alive. Or Brian? Brian. No. Which one are you? Yep, Brian. Brian looks over at the surrendering human over off to the side there and goes, "You fucking pussy!" and just starts swinging as hard as he can towards Mime with both of his dagger and scimitar again. Just
Okay, so because I'm raging, I have advantage on... I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
okay. So that means only like half damage. You were only hit by one of these, so you only took 2.5 damage, I would say 2. So as he comes angrily at you, you do the like just hold on to his forehead, like, stop it, and he swings at you and just gets you barely with the dagger on the front of your shin, drawing a little bit of blood. And then the other Azure across the river here turns to its companion and goes, "Yeah, they look to seem to have it well underway there. Oh, look, the .5 actually works. That's hats off a moment. I know I was using the same voice. It was a little awkward, but I didn't expect that .5 to work." Anyways, the
Yeah, it did in Astral. It did not in D&D Beyond. I just rounded it up to 3.
Huh. I was rounding it down, but that works. I know .5 you round up, but anyways, the second Azure across the way says, "Yeah, Constantine, I didn't expect them to be so gung-ho about it, but yeah, more power to them." Then it's the other goblin's turn that had switched to its scimitar after dropping the bow and losing its arm. Just screams like and screams, running towards the Minotaur and his apparent rage and just hatred of the world. And oh wow, he actually hits. Damn.
It's because he's so agitated.
He's fueled by rage.
Trust me, it doesn't help. I know from experience.
It's weird when I'm fighting myself. Not gonna lie. Like, oh, I have to roll a Constitution saving throw on this other character. He did not make it.
Yeah, I never understood how people could play chess with themselves.
I've done it. It's not pleasing, I will say. It's you
It
get.
seems counterintuitive when you know what the other player is going to do at all times.
But the interesting thing is switching the board around on yourself, right? So then you gain another perspective of the other player, right? So you don't get locked into what you're doing as your own player, which is also counterintuitive because you think they're just doing the same thing you're doing, but really they're looking at what you're doing and trying to counter that, which is but other type of mindfuck. Anyways, moving on from that. 31. He goes down to that. He just screams as the blade rears into him, and you can see the atrophy starting from the strike of where the goblin struck him on the shin, and the wound starts to expand past what the goblin actually hit, and it looks like it's seeming to expand. You're presuming some sort of poison, again like his bolts from his light crossbow. Griselda floats even farther down the river. Sasha's like, "Hey, stop!" The Minotaur goes and just takes a half step back and runs forward. And the small goblin just dashes right between his legs. Then it's Ash's turn, and Ash kind of grabs onto the side of the canal with, while still holding on to a slightly unconscious Zolas. And then it's Mario's turn.
And hidden behind cat butt. She went away. Never mind. Alright. She's gonna keep going. 5, 10, 15, 20. Friends. It is really hard to see who's who here. Am I near anyone?
Warren.
Well, I mean, like, anyone we need to kill.
No, I think the only thing we need left to kill is that one goblin all the way on the left.
What about the Azure?
I think they're on our side. I think they're the ones that set free the Minotaur.
Oh. Are we still in battle then, Josh?
Yes. Like I said, that goblin on the left.
Can someone...
In Jim, technically.
Yeah, but Jim is kind of like...
Yeah, we still have to finish him off, though.
And Darius is surrendering because he chooses life, which is commendable.
Okay. So...
You're soft again, by the way, George.
Sorry.
It's alright. Just wanted to let you know.
It's amazing how much moving the mic can do. Because I'm moving it like 1.5 inches at maximum.
Come closer. Um. Alrighty. So I guess Mariel's gonna step out and assess the situation. Josh, can you ping where the guy is? Oh, is it here? Okay. So Mariel's gonna step out. And okay, so who is this?
Mame is right behind.
Okay.
You can mainly see Mame just past Warren, who is standing over Brian.
Okay, that's Brian. Okay, so then Mariel is going to jump up on the chair and do a final swing because she has her warhammer on her. That's an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Damn it.
That's one resilient chair.
Alright, well, she doesn't hit. Well, I guess she swings and misses.
I'll fill in
Enough.
at least too that what you do is you swing down, jumping up onto the chair to hit Brian, and you're like, one last, and the horn crushes on on their helmet, leaving them no more horns on their helmet. But
Okay.
the hammer resounds and kind of think you can feel off to the side of the helmet. The force of your blow doesn't quite hit on the top because the rounded shape does its job and reflects your blow.
Okay.
And then it'd be Baharash's turn if you were done with yours.
Yep.
I'm reading that right. All right. All right. I was debating on who I was healing first. It still looks like Mame has the lowest, at least based on the bar. It's actually in combat.
Yeah, I have less than half my health.
Then I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds again on Mame. Hopefully this one's better than a 1. Not bad. 9.
And you
How
feel
many?
Mame 9. The caress of
I get 9? Fuck yeah.
Tiamat tingling up your spine, and the purplish hues dance across your skin.
Ooh.
And Flint
I feel so pretty.
kind of stands up and goes, "Guys, what happened here?" And it'll be Vamira's turn. You're muted if you're talking.
Bree.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. The shortcut didn't work.
Jump.
What shortcut? On Discord?
So like
Or-
instead of going into the app, I just pulled the like menu down from the top of my phone, and you can like mute and unmute from like the little notification bar there. But that time it didn't work, and I actually had to like go into the Discord app and do it. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna come out of this door, shield raised. Can I see the goblin past the Minotaur?
Between his legs.
Can I run past the Minotaur?
Maybe if you ask nicely.
Does he speak English?
I don't know.
So basically I'm gonna like hold up my shield, and I'm gonna have my hand axe like down by my side, like not raised. And I'm just gonna like shuffle along the wall and just be like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. And see if he like makes room for me.
And he does such. He steps slightly
Okay, I'm
to
like,
the
oh,
side.
thank you, sir. And then as soon as I get past him, I take my hand out. As soon as I get like, kind of like in line with him, I guess. I like take the hand axe up and I throw it at the goblin guy.
Okay.
Oh. Let's see. Do that.
Oh, that hits.
Plus something. +4.
For it to hit?
So-
That 18
Yeah.
hits straight up anyways.
Right. Okay. And then hand axes are a d6. So d6. I forget if you add
Ooh, solid 6.
something to it.
If you have a proficiency in it.
So I do. So it would just be the +2.
Yep. So it would be 8.
8, yeah. And then, like, as soon as I let the hand axe go, I, like, put the shield up again.
That's what that did if you want to describe it.
I guess he's facing away from me, so I just, like, chuck this hand axe at him, and it just, like, sticks into his shoulder.
You can just hear him go.
And that's my turn.
And the guy that is still standing in the midst of you all, the last human there, presumably, is just standing there with his hands up, and Bahrash Meriel and Mame, you perceive this door that you guys had come through previously passably open for a hot second, and then close.
Like ghosts?
There was nothing else that you had seen, but yes, for the most part.
Or the magic guy that keeps disappearing. Which door was it?
The door you guys had come through over here.
That one? It
Mhm.
opens real quick?
And then closes.
Wait, that one dude disappeared in the mist.
Yep.
Where did he
Yep.
go?
It's him. Shoot.
And Sasha, with Griselda still floating down the river, is like, Mistress! Mistress! Grabs Griselda and throws her up just barely on the side. And then it's Mame's turn.
Yeah, because we're still in combat.
Because there are
But
2 goblins left.
can you tell me which goblins there are? Because
One's directly in front of you, Brian. And then the other one, it had just been hit by Vamira. Over here.
okay, I can like barely see a B, maybe an R.
Yeah,
Like-
there's a lot going on. It's something that
Okay.
that it's been talked about inside of some of the so interestingly, I can turn off the like it might be useful too in combat to turn off like the names, but the health bars I could also turn off, but I enjoy having them there so that you guys can describe it if you want, and otherwise I can describe it.
Oh yeah.
But there's been discussions in some of the forums to try and make it like on top of the character icon during combat. So like when I turn off the health bars, they're not there normally during combat. Then during combat they're there. Then they would appear on top of your guy's token instead of the above and
Yeah.
below, which I do find annoying, but
Because the names are important, right? All this information's necessary. It's just very cluttered. They have to figure out how to unclutter it. But
exactly.
okay, so I'm gonna swing my great axe at whatever's closest to me, and you know, if that's more than one thing, that'd be wonderful. But if it's just one, that's fine. So
No, that's a death kill if you want to describe it.
Go for
Um, so Mame just, you know, they have it's like a backswing, like a tennis swing, and just lobs a head right off.
So as you catch Brian after being slightly stunned from Mariel, his head's ringing. His hands are slightly up. You just miss the tops of his fingers and sail across his head. He stands there for a second and tries to turn his head towards you. But it's not connected anymore to his body, so it just rolls backwards towards Mariel and the chair.
Oh wait, there's still this agitated dude over here, right?
Yep.
Still gotta fuck him too. Okay. Cool beans.
Warren.
So can I push my way past Darius?
You mean the gentleman giving up currently?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, there's not. You can fit around Bahrash and Darius, and Mime. There's enough room for you to kind of. Excuse me, pardon me.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to take both swings at the agitated goblin.
The first one does not hit. The second one just hits.
Okay. So it does 8 damage.
8.
Yep.
Does that much?
Wow, what the fuck?
Do you want to describe it?
Again, I kind of do that like dual slash thing, and I'm just out of reach with the first one, and the other one connects in like against his like chest.
And when your second one connects against his chest, like, "Frick," and the armor seems to hold the blow, and he just goes, seeming slightly winded from your strike, and it doesn't quite penetrate.
It's my last remaining movement. I'm going to move back. So I think I had 10 movement left.
Man, that inch really does a difference. That you move your mic.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Right before you said
Ah,
mic, I tried to get it in.
That was good.
that's what
That's what
she's.
he says.
Whoa.
Both. Both, really.
Been there, done that, you know. Yeah, it's a thing. The Azures across the road are just chatting like, well, I wonder when they're gonna finish this last guy off here. And
Warren hears this and just like stares them down.
Griselda coughs up some shit out of the shit water out of her lungs. Sasha's like, Mistress, are you okay? And then the Minotaur looks around like, takes the axe and swings it down towards this last goblin. Also, following Mime's suit, chops it straight in half through the helm and even tinging off of the floor just with a tink. And the goblin just on the two sides on the floor, not even realizing it's dead at first. You are out of combat. And Darius here is just standing with his hand still up like
Don't fucking move muscle, or I'll cut your whole head off. With my hammer.
You
Think
what?
about how that works. He cut his whole head off with hammer. So imagine how that works.
That's called excess blunt force trauma.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to do? Because if you would, then I would say roll a,
No. She said, don't move muscle.
Oh, don't move. Okay.
Don't move.
I missed that part of the description there.
Okay.
And he just goes, not moving.
Yes, good.
What would you have of me?
Tell us
Where's
what
your
you
boss?
So,
know. Yeah, what he said.
what did Warren say?
Where's your boss?
Oh, he's I don't know. You mean Ferris? Ferris is long gone. He's gone done fucked off. Don't know.
Warren responds to that with a Everyone watch your back. You might still have an invisible fuck off dude somewhere.
Speaking of invisible fuck off.
As you guys
door open.
are saying invisible fuck off, the Minotaur finishes off over here. I was reading a good book, but I've seen you needed some of my assistance. And the axe just back into a book. He starts reading again.
We are
If
glad to help.
If you ever need my assistance again, let me know. And he just starts wandering off this direction.
Do we call you? Do you have a name?
Oh! You can call me Idris.
Spell that.
No one knows the
Ish.
name besides myself. I've chosen it. Most call me Minotaur.
Hey, sir. That name sounds quite familiar.
I have a question.
Out of character, of course.
Is this guy still alive?
Which guy?
Ew.
I'm clicking. I think it's the agitated. He still has like health in his health bar.
Oh no, he's been sliced in half by the Minotaur. I just didn't.
That's what I thought. Okay. Just wanted to verify.
There should be a everyone who's dead, clean sweep button.
Just throw them into the poop river.
Mariel starts looking through the bodies for Doof.
For stew?
Stuff. For stuff. Sorry.
I was gonna have some questions beyond stew. Which are you looking through? Is the question.
Which one looks like they would have stuff on them? You know, if I'm looking around, I feel like I'd probably go for the human, but unless like
you've got the human that's right next to you, presumably, that you could be searching while somebody's searching some other stuff that you originally burst their skull that has a full gear of stuff on as well. Yeah, right where Warren moved.
I was going to search Jim because I cut his head off.
Was it Jim, you said? Beyond the... I'm trying to remember which one was... I think... Was it... Yeah, Jim was the one you guys were attacking first. So he still had his shield. He had a scimitar. And inside of the shield, actually, you realize the dagger that he was holding wasn't just a dagger. It was part of the shield, actually, that he was able to manipulate. So the dagger and the shield were one. And the attire he was wearing are very small for your stature, but he had some pretty decent armor with a steel cap, a steel breastplate that hung down with some covering kind of skirt over the top of his thighs, but all of which are goblin-sized, obviously. And if you want to look inside of his pockets, I guess, of what his underbreeches and such were. Same with you, Mario. If you want to look beyond the...
Underbreeches?
Underbreeches. Beyond the... I'm trying to look at what frickin' this guy was holding here. He was holding a hammer with a shield, but it was the hammer was about the size of you, and the shield was a full tower shield. And he has on a leather jerkin with leather pants and leather boots, all human-sized.
Okay. So Mario already has a pretty badass warhammer, so she's not gonna switch that. But she is gonna take the shield, which is, though actually as a monk that might be a disadvantage.
It's still a melee weapon, technically.
Right? Because just she's learned that shit just kind of pops up, and having a shield would be really, really nice.
From a D&D perspective, it increases your armor class.
Okay, so she's gonna take the shield and kind of kick the body aside.
That'd be I don't know what D&D does for a full tower shield. My mindset is that it was a +3 to AC. If you're holding it, you know, in front of you.
Let me. Okay. Let me see what I can do. No, my armor class is garbage. Okay. This would be nice.
I don't know what who else is doing what? We still got a Bacharash and a Mame and a Vamira.
I will do something here in a minute. My screen is blocked.
So I'm gonna go pick up the hand axe. Dash it on my belt. And I'm gonna look at the shield. Does it have like a strap or something that I can like put it on my back?
The shield?
Yeah.
Which shield?
The shield that I'm holding that I picked up from the room.
Oh, okay. I was a little lost there. I was thinking of the tower shield that Muriel just picked up. When you pulled the axe out of the side of the goblin, you look at the shield that you're wielding in your hand, apparently, and you go, it could probably fit up to my forearm, and I could wield something else in my hand. It's got a tightening strap here. It could probably fit up to my shoulder, but not quite over my head.
Okay. What's it made out of? Is it just a wooden shield?
It is a wooden shield with some steel reinforcing, or metal. There's as you would kind of seen when you picked it up, a center metal piece and then banded with metal around the outside. Which, while wielding it, your armor class would also be increased, but I would say only by a 2 because it only covers. It's a smaller shield than the tower shield.
It's a smaller shield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just gonna contemplate this for a second.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming all of these things are too small for Mame. I mean, Mame already has a great axe, a hand axe, and a javelin. Assuming all these weapons or armor or whatever's there is just not barbarian sized or Goliath sized.
As you guys are debating and looting over here, Ash and Zolas pull themselves out of the poop river off to the side, gasping.
Oh, that's good.
And what was that you had said, Warren? I didn't catch it honestly before from Ira, because you were quiet again.
What? I don't remember saying anything.
Oh, I thought you had said you were looking at something that somebody had, or maybe talking to Darius, who's still currently standing. While you guys are looting these corpses.
No, but I will. I'll ask Darius. Where's all the shit that is important?
Oh, you probably want to go back in this room over here. There's a secondary room that we lock past the normal storage room. It's got a good bunch of shit. I think if you look in Jim's pockets there, he probably has the key for it. Am I allowed to go?
No.
I'm gonna look for that key in Jim's pockets.
Yeah, you're part of the group now. What do you do on a daily basis?
He goes, I used to be a farmer. I milked cows and hunted on the occasion. They incorporated me into their group because I could actually shoot a bow. And Warren, while you're searching through Jim's pockets, you obviously do find a key, and your hand feels at least another 3 gold in the pocket.
Ooh.
That you think.
I also pull that out.
Okay.
It is 3 gold.
You hold the key and the 3 pieces of coins, and you look. 3 platinum? What the fuck?
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, fucking awesome.
And the key, obviously.
I go.
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go back in that room and switch out my daggers for hand axes.
Oh, so you're leaving the daggers there?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can't carry all of that because I have 2 swords too. So,
Oh, okay. I'm following.
but the hand axes are better. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get back into the storage room.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's up with that door. For some reason, it doesn't even let me use it. I don't understand. I seen you try to use it.
And I imagine this is the door that they're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Which also isn't a door, so I'm gonna unlock that door, I guess.
You stick the key in it, and you turn it, and you hear the tumblers just click. And you walk into a room full to the ceiling of shelves of prime weaponry, as well as a steel locked chest, banded lock chest, and a steel wooden chest that both you presume are also locked. You know, you haven't tried them obviously, but and then there are 2 large barrels marked with triple X's, and 2 sacks of unidentified material. Those are just some of the things you notice right as you walk in. You know.
Where is this?
You don't see it, Malmay. Don't worry.
I want to.
I'm gonna walk over to this chest. And, do I have thieves? Or... What do I need to unlock it?
Are you talking about 3 thieves' tools? What you need to unlock?
Do I have thieves' tools? How do you tell it?
It
would be in your inventory, right?
It'd be in your inventory, yeah. Those thieves' tools have lockpicks.
Damn it. Okay, I don't have thieves' tools, but I'm proficient in them. I have a crowbar.
You can try that. That would be a strength check.
Okay, I'm gonna try to crowbar that open. 5. No!
So you stick the crowbar in, and you start prying, and as you're prying, you feel it doesn't even have a little bit of give. All of your muscles are strained.
Can I search this room for a lockpick?
Visually, as you glance around, there doesn't seem to be anything resembling such. But
wait,
you haven't looked inside of 2 sacks over here, and these 2 barrels.
So I'm guessing they're both locked with keys, right?
The barrels and the sacks?
I mean the chest.
There are keyholes in them, yes.
Can I try the key that I used on the door?
Mm-hmm. And
I'm gonna do that.
When you insert it in there, it doesn't quite turn on the first one. On the second one, it feels as if it wants to turn, but there's a tumbler or 2 that's not quite turning over.
Shit. I guess I'm gonna search these 2 sacks. Unless someone else wants to do something.
I don't think anybody else is in the room with you. That you took the key and just ran off to the room. That's why everybody else is...
Well, I asked Darius. Everyone was right there.
True. Anyone that's there did hear and know what is going on to some degree.
I guess I searched the sack.
Bumblequat, I tried to go, and I wanted to go, and you were like, Livia, Mame doesn't see where he is right now. Like, fuck you! I want the things.
You went into another room, and as of now, it looks like
Yeah.
with Mariel.
I didn't know where he went.
Okay, so you didn't see where he went. That's fair then. That's completely fair in
Yeah.
my opinion.
No idea where he went.
That's completely fair in my opinion. I guess if they didn't see it, they didn't see it. So I'm just trying to do something here.
Like there's a sword over here in this room with all these beds.
So Warren, you open the stack and immediately see a stack of what seems to be lockpicks.
Fucking
Inside of the
yes.
sack.
He says to himself, okay, so I grab the lockpicks. How many is a stack?
The sack is full up to your waist, so you can only imagine maybe 100.
Holy shit. Okay. I take like 10 for now, because I don't know how lockpicks work in this game. I only know how they work in Skyrim, and they do not last long.
Yeah, is that something that breaks, Josh? I feel like a lockpick is like...
Yeah, it's very fragile, so every time it fails, it breaks.
So I take one of the lockpicks, and I try to open that first chest again.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. Do I have proficiency with these tools?
If you have proficiency, add that proficiency. It should do it automatically if you're rolling from D&D Beyond. As well as, I would like to state, it looks like from D&D Beyond's side of things, which we've talked about before, if this is a skill that you wish to improve over time, you can add lockpicking as a skill, and as you do it each time, it will improve. So after this time, if you create the skill to improve, it would be a +1 in addition to your sleight of hand.
It would be a +1 in addition to my sleight of hand?
After you've tried it this first time. So you get an initial +1 for trying it the first time. And then the next time it's probably a little less than that. You know,
Okay, that's... I don't know, because I took a level in Rogue, so now I have a +7 in sleight of hand and stealth.
Nice. Roll that first.
So yeah.
Roll that first sleight of hand. 23. You're sitting there. You've got your ear to the side of it. You hear. And you try the top of the lid. You just. And you see a shining brilliance from inside of platinum and gold just littered on the inside, it looks like. Maybe some gems of untold natures that you're not sure of?
Holy fuck. This room's awesome. Like when you say like I see shining, is this like chest just full
to the brim?
Holy shit. Okay. I compose myself and I walk over to the second chest, and I start lockpicking that one.
Okay. So if you want to keep track of that skill, make sure that you add that +1 modifier that you have now, and
so it would be my sleight of hand +1 now.
Yeah. So your lockpicking skill, which is what you can do. I think Gab explained it last time how to add a skill. Oh yeah, you can. If you go to skills, you can custom skill, and then add a skill, and it would be a +8 is what it is right now. And after you do it this time, it'd be a +8.5 after you do this one.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll sleight of hand for right now since I don't feel like creating that right now. And can we just add +1 to that roll?
100%. I just wanted to let you know for the future.
Okay. So that would be a 19.
Yep. So you go to this one and you're like, I got this. Click, 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 snap. And the tool that you're using just breaks inside of the lock.
No.
Crowbar time.
So you
Immediate anger.
Well, try to go in right behind the last one that you did and just like snap. Fuck. And now you've got 2 pieces of the same lock-picking tools.
No, I tried to crowbar that time.
Oh, my bad. Gotcha. So you're like, screw this, and jam it in there and start prying, and the first 2 boards come off, and that pry, and you can see just inside another pile, but it doesn't seem as
Plentiful.
platinum heavy. It seems silver and gold.
We're fucking rich.
Yeah, well, how are we gonna carry that? Unless we can take it back to Al or Manny.
I can communicate with everyone with my toque. I think I said that right.
Torque.
No, torque.
Yep.
Torque. Toque is the hat. So I just like tap it or whatever it is to like call people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the storage room. You guys need to get in here. And that's all I say.
Oh my god. We don't want to see you masturbating. So better stop with whatever you're doing. But while he was doing that, Mariel is kind of come to the table and has seen this, like, there seems to be like a map. Is there anything with anything telling?
When you're looking at the map, there seems to be kind of the same points as you're comparing to the other map that you're in possession of, within the party. But it seems to be basically the same nonsense, where it's, you don't know where you're at, you don't know if this even makes any sense, but it does have a little bit more cohesion in the line work, but that's about it. And you see the pen just laying off to the table over here, as if somebody was trying to copy the same map that you already are in possession of.
Oh. Okay. So Mariel's gonna kind of be like, say what she said, and be like, okay, we're on our way. And she's gonna go and she's gonna grab the pen and she's going to start carefully sketching on the map. And she is going to sketch a very lovely drawn penis. Just like very large, like over top of their drawings, and like where the roads are coming out, she lets that drawing be what it is, what it could be assumed to be, and then walks away. And
Is this a bottle? Is this a bottle of wine?
It is an empty bottle of some sort, of very fancy liquor, as to what you can tell. But empty.
I just knock it on the ground
And you hear
and smash it.
as it shatters.
And then I follow Mariel out of the room. in search of this so-called storage room.
I feel like everyone would know where the storage room is since that's where we like spawned in at.
Yes, but it will not open. Open safe for me. Pretty please.
Is Darius still alive?
Yes.
So as I walk past him, I'm like, hey, do you know where Warren went?
More over here. Where are you?
Yeah,
Mo-
that door is glitched. The DM needs to like teleport you through, but he just went somewhere.
Oh! I teleported! Oh! That was weird. It was closed, but then it wasn't closed. You did the same thing. Okay. Are you in? Bomatra? You're halfway in. I see you.
I can't see you. I'm stuck.
DM! DM!
God has abandoned us.
Come back!
The urination sensation was strong in this one.
That's okay.
Lol.
That's actually what's happened to us for the last 1,000 years. God had to pee for the last 1,000 years.
That's what happened last year. He just left to pee and never came back.
Yeah.
So as they walk into that room, I'm just like on my knees and I just like run my hands through like the chest and just come up with all this shit and I'm like, we're rich.
Well, this looks amazing, and I am deeply excited. Except there's a part of me can't help myself thinking, how the hell are we going to transfer this?
Who gives a fuck? We just killed everyone that lives here. Let's just make this base.
He's no problem. It's okay. We are gods now.
Mame and Bakrash, I just want to ask what you guys are doing out here.
I've slowly been trying to find the storage area.
Okay. You had seen the rest of the group kind of enter the same area you'd been before and follow the rest then? Mame? I know you were out and about last I seen there. Asking only for perception reasons because of some other things that are happening out here. But otherwise, what's happening in that storage room?
It's an orgy.
Scrooge McDuck. We're swimming in the gold.
Mama has no idea where to go.
Mama does. Olivia just doesn't. I got you.
It's the room we spawned into. Or teleported into.
Started, yeah. Where the fights began.
Oh, I need to get rid of that one lockpick. Or
Yeah, where were the lockpicks?
there was a lot of them in that bag over there. Sack, whatever. In the corner.
I was gonna investigate.
I haven't checked what was in the barrels yet. I was too fixated.
Asphyxiated. You were suffocating?
No, transfixed. Why did I say asphyxiated?
a fixed.
I'm affixed. Whatever. I'm dyslexic. My mouth don't move right.
You're not the only one. Welcome to the party.
I was gonna say, how terrible would it be if we all were dyslexic D&D players?
That'd be fucking brilliant, honestly. Everybody would listen and be like, "Wait, are we playing
What?
Are we playing D&D or we are playing D&D? Ha!" Dyslexic
because
joke.
it's capital. Because it's capitalized. Capitalized? Capital.
Yes, it uses us to make money.
It's called P&P.
So, indeed.
Dude. Yep. How many?
I'm gonna go over and pick up some lockpicks too.
What's some lockpicks? Like a handful?
Yeah, so
Like
probably
six,
like 5.
I guess that depends on the hand.
25. I would, say that's probably about a handful. Let's see. Yeah, about.
I don't know.
Probably more
how
like
big they are,
15.
but-
Split the difference.
Okay.
Wait, are we talking about like the big lock picks, like from like Skyrim? Because like I think like Skyrim lock picks like a handful. Because like now modern day lock picks are like tiny, but keyways are tiny now.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying like splitting the difference. It's probably like 15 lockpicks. You've broken one from your original Warren, I think 5 that you'd picked up, but
Okay.
So I guess I walked over here, pulled up some lockpicks, and then I'm gonna walk back over here. Are the barrels locked, or are they just like have a lid on them?
they're sealed. So they've got.
So I'm gonna take my axe and just like smash it into the top of the barrel.
Gordon has a lock picking ability. Like skill.
What's that?
I might. Hold on, let me check. Yeah. Well, I have thieves' tools, so.
Okay. Then on.
Does that make me proficient in lockpicking?
I would say.
I'm proficient in thieves' tools, so.
Yeah, I mean that gives you the added bonus of the proficiency in lockpicking.
Yeah.
So like if you were to create this.
Yeah, but the barrels aren't locked.
No.
But they're sealed, so I'm just gonna like smash it open with my hand axe.
Okay. Roll.
Okay, well then.
Like the top of it. Like I'm gonna try like punch a hole in the top of the barrel.
Well, I have an ability that will help with any of these skill checks. I have a cantrip called Guidance. You touch one willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll an additional d4 and add the number rolled to an ability check of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the ability check.
I'm pretty sure I opened both the lock containers with or without lockpicking.
I don't think that has anything to do with the lockpicking, which is what Baharash is saying. It has purely to do with whatever skill check you want to roll.
Well, I was just telling him that I unlocked the things, so like you could help her like smash open a barrel.
Yeah. Baharash is offering Vomaira his assistance.
Will accept his assistance.
As that's happening, I'm going to start counting the gold and the platinum in the thing.
Screw you guys, I'm gonna count my gold.
Alright, well then I will help Vamira by casting guidance on her. So she's making, like, to open the picklock, if it's a sleight of hand, you can roll that d4 and add to it if
Okay.
you want.
So Josh, what do you want me to roll to try to smash the top open?
Just roll as if you were trying to strike an opponent with the hand axe.
Okay, so
6.
+4, 10.
Okay. So you strike the top of this and cave in the center two most boards that are sealing it in, and you look inside and you see a black powdery substance just past the
shit.
splinters as you pull the axe out.
So I like put my hand in there and like run it through my fingers to see what it feels like.
It feels as if it were sand, but it's slightly stickier to what you would expect to sand, only because you had just been through combat and you were a little sweaty, but
Yeah.
not also because of the sweat, because sand wouldn't stick to sweat. Or you're slightly thinking, it's got some adhesion to it,
Yeah. Have I ever seen this before?
You kind of,
Or would I have ever seen it?
as the black sand's falling through your hands, you kind of lift your hand back up, and you catch a whiff of the saltpeter of black powder.
It is gunpowder. Kaboom!
So I like go over my shoulder. I'm like, well, that's gunpowder, and then I go to the next barrel and smash it.
You really want to smash in the next barrel when the first one you smashed in was gunpowder?
Nope.
Roll again.
Kaboom!
Ooh.
Don't like
20,
Plus 4.
21.
Your axe sails through the top of this, straight through the center yet again, and it buries deep into a liquid you can feel inside, and as you pull the axe back out, the wood seems to be unaffected, but the metal starts to melt away of the axe.
Oh!
And you drop, presumably, the axe back into the liquid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming with the scream. That was my assumption. I don't know what you do, actually.
So as I pull the axe back up, I notice the metal disintegrating, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I just like, oh shit, and I kind of like, and I drop it.
And the wood falls back into the liquid with the metal disintegrating completely into this almost gelatinous, but not quite, greenish blue liquid inside, but the wood floats on top of it.
I lean in to smell it.
The initial smell you catch is light, but it's almost phosphorus and ferrous.
Would I be able to deduce what this is based on seeing what it did to the metal and smelling it?
Your initial thoughts are unaware as to what it is. You would have to roll, if you want to know anything more, I would say a general perception would get you somewhere, but also potentially a medicine.
Do you want me to do a perception or a medicine?
I'm just looking here. Is that your perception? Is that the first one there?
Yeah.
With a +1, so you'd have a 2.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on it are very hazy. It doesn't seem at all familiar to anything that you would know. You don't even have the foggiest
Oh,
when it comes to this.
I'm also gonna roll a d4 with the guidance.
A what?
Never mind. I haven't got a clue what this shit is.
What you say to the party, I'm guessing, at large.
Yeah, I turn around and be like, well, this shit's just melted my axe, but I have no idea what it is. Anyone else want to take a look?
When
This
you turn,
is wonderful. It
When you-
doesn't touch the wood.
when you
What?
turn around, I was just gonna say, Vamira, too, you notice another hand axe on this rack, but it seems to be even slightly better make. Maybe even
Ooh,
enchanted?
so-
You're not sure.
I'm gonna say that it catches my eye, and I'm gonna walk over there.
What were you saying, Mario?
Mario goes, it basically, very interesting. It does not melt wood, but it melts everything else. This could be wonderful. We should make little bombs from this. Does anybody have little wood chests?
Warren is
No.
not like focusing on anything right now except the chest.
Warren
you
is
dragon?
bathing in platinum and gold.
What are you, dragonborn?
What?
Are you dragonborn? What
No,
are
I'm
you, Warren?
greedy.
You're what?
No, I'm greedy.
No, I know that's what are you, Warren?
I'm a human.
You're a human?
I'm a
You
human.
definitely. Your mother seemed to fuck a dragon. He turns back to you. We should find something to be able to take this with us, because this is very cool. Josh, I want you to help me.
I am here for you.
I know. What? There's plenty of wood, but like, hey, Burial wouldn't have the time to craft something, right? From like wood chunks from the chest.
The chest? I mean, I'm just kind of looking at what what's being shown on the map. You notice over here what seems to be a small barrel shape banded with metal up on the top shelf off to the right.
And there's also something beside it. What is that?
That is a metal almost skull shape.
He's cool. Alright, so she grabs the what looks like a barrel-esque bag type, and she picks it up. Is there anything in it?
Are you so you jump up because it's probably about at the 5-foot mark, which is pretty high for you. You stand on the chest, you grab it, and you're bringing it down. You hear a little bit of a rattle inside, but you're not sure quite. You're looking at it. It's got a large bulbous shape on the top and a large bulbous shape on the bottom of metal.
But your metal melted, right? So, there's a rattling. So she shakes it, kind of like turns it upside down, opens it and turns it upside down.
What do you do to open it? That is my question.
Okay, so what am I? Is it like a cork-esque or is it like a twist top?
So
I mean, there's a
the
bulb.
The thing is barrel-esque, only in the wooden portions. On top, there is a metal bulbous portion on the top and the bottom. I'm not sure if you're grabbing it like this, or if you're grabbing it like this, or if you're just trying to like pry it open, or if you're trying to like throw it on the ground. I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No. Yeah, no, I want to keep the integrity of this thing as much as possible. So what, there's no sort of types of openings
That you can tell. Nope.
Okay. So I have an idea. Is there a knife? Is there a knife beside me?
Beside, not that you can see. There's one off over to here, off to the side over here, just above Warren.
Okay. So I bring this barrel down, and okay, I go. Anybody have knife that could cut metal?
I'm sorry, I was checking on the dog. Where are we at?
Are you saying it's really big, Josh?
It's only the size of a small melon basketball.
Okay. I take the nearest sharp object and I go and I poke a hole in the metal.
So, as you go to resituate it under one arm to grab the thing,
Yeah.
you touch the top of it, which is one of the bulbous portions, which is what I was waiting for as a description, and that bulbous portion kind of opens up as if it were a flower on top, situated with an entrance towards the center, an opening, if you will, inside into complete darkness. As you're holding it and reaching for whatever your knife or such you're reaching for.
Okay. So she said, well, there goes that, and throws the knife, and kind of like heads back over to the liquid, and I don't know if she really wants to be dipping this thing in the, but at the same time, I guess that's a good trial. But then the wood, okay, so she is going to attempt, so judging like the liquid line, she's gonna to put a hole in right towards the top of the barrel, but not at the top of the barrel, but right in between the liquid line, and then wants to tilt the barrel over ever so slightly to pour it into this smaller barrel.
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh, and badly.
Here, give me a second. I'm not holding my shield, so let's not do that. Oh, fuck me. That's a 5. Six. No. Does anyone want to help me? Do you see me struggling? You're just gonna watch me struggle?
That was the appropriate amount of time to wait for that sort of thing. So, as you're pulling the barrel over to the side, you see some of the liquid just over the edge, and it catches the metal banding of the barrel, and it starts to and spread across the floor of the room, melting as it goes any metal that it comes in contact, including the box that Warren is standing or laying in, I guess, the base of which has quite a lot of metal banding in it holding the planks together, and then eventually the metal that is inside, which Warren is laying on, and eventually the next box, which was holding all of the goods inside of such. And it's
What the fuck?
inside of.
I said the same thing. What the fuck? Why didn't you help me? You saw me struggling.
I was.
This is on.
Ah!
This is on you.
The only thing left metal-wise is on the shelves and the weapons on this side. The 2 sacks seem to have melted with their connection with the liquid.
Oh my god. Can we
What
like
the fuck?
As well as
Can we,
the chests.
like, how quick is this happening? Or can we, like, kind of grab some handfuls while this is happening?
Dexterity.
Okay, so while she spills this, I guess, just...
Warren, you grab about 3 platinum and 4 gold. You stare at your hand.
There's a 23.
Mariel, you dive for the same pile that Warren was laying on, with your face just barely above the liquid as it spreads and seeps into the stone, apparently doing it no damage as well as the wood. And you hold a pile in your arms. You're not sure of how much of platinum and gold.
Okay. And it doesn't affect us?
Nope. No effect.
Oh. Well... Okay. It wasn't as cool as I thought it was. I mean, it's so cool.
Really? It wasn't as cool as you thought.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought it, I mean, it was cool. Like, it could have been done some cool stuff. But I thought we could just throw it at some people and melt them.
Or their armor.
Because I... Yeah, you're
Or
right.
the gold.
Or their weapons.
Hey. I gotta get going.
Alrighty.
Deep.
So I'll talk to you guys next week.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, have a good one.
Alright. So, all that I'm gonna do before I leave is basically pick up the special hand axe before Mariel did all the spillage.
Yeah, I mean, you're heading towards that. So
Yeah.
that's definitely doable.
So, cool. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next week.
Ciao,
Okay.
ciao.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
I'm
So-
also gonna jump off here. Mame was outside of this room the whole time because it was very crowded. But they're standing outside watching in horror.
So was Mariel able to like snag any of the liquid, like while it spilled out? Did she do any of that, like, ah, shit, and, like catch?
When you look back, after you had grabbed a pile of the platinum and gold, the whole barrel that you were holding, the metal on it doesn't seem to be affected, oddly. But you can see the same liquid filling to the brim of the container that you had placed. Yes.
Wait, so I got the liquid and the money? Shit.
Most of the money. I wouldn't say the whole.
Okay, yeah, but we couldn't carry it anyway, so Mariel's happy with what she grabbed. That's right, stuck it! Oh, who just died?
Warren leaves the room and takes out his crowbar and starts to beat to death that crate of flour that we found.
Alright.
Flour permeates the room.
Alrighty, so... Okay. I'm super excited. Okay, so first off, how much platinum gold is Miriam holding? So I can just write this shit down.
So just roll a perception for me. I was typing. I didn't know what else to say, to be honest with you.
You're good. That's a 13.
You notice an easy 25 pieces of platinum and probably 200, maybe 300 pieces of gold.
There's a lot of numbers there, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
352.
You're not sure. You're counting them fast. You don't know.
Oh, that makes my life hard. Okay, so now I have to go put in.
You could count again, or you could ask for some assistance again.
Yeah, I don't trust these people. I'm just gonna put a note that I need to count my shit again. Notes. Pile of and gold.
What about the what about the gems that were in the crate?
You grasped one of them, Warren, in your handful. Can you remind me also what I'd said you'd grasped? I'm realizing I'm entering all of this as frickin' Zolas now.
You know what? I was wondering about that. I was like, wow, look at Zolas go.
I grabbed 3 pieces of platinum and 4 pieces of gold, and I guess I grabbed a gem.
Yep. And it was a goldish green that you're unsure of.
Okay.
I'm just entering that into chat so that I kind of remember, but also I would say, Warren, from a standard point of order here, if it goes into your inventory, it is yours. I have no longer kept track of it from a GM, DM, whatever you want to call it, perspective. No clue what's in your inventory. If you tell me you have a blue elephant, I probably wouldn't believe you, but if there's something that happened here and you say you have, 15 pieces of gold now, I probably to tell you, okay. That is your decision to make. Yes. My memory stretches longer than you would think, but it is limited, as all humans are.
Muriel grabbed 500 platinum.
500 lightning? What?
Platinum! Oh. Jesus, this accent is makes it rough. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about that one there. You might be able to get it past me over a period of time too, because it's like, I got 3 platinum. Yeah, I remember that one time you got platinum. I got 3 platinum. I remember that one time you got platinum. 20 sessions ago. I have no idea, but it's your thing to keep track of. Is what.
That's okay, Josh. I don't know about the rest of us, but I am as truthful as one can be, because my my memory is also pretty terrible. So I write shit down, and that is the way it is. So here's why I wrote down a note that says a pile of platinum and gold needs recounted. So we will come back to this because I can tell that this is 25 rounded up and 300 gold rounded up or rounded down. Pretty beautiful numbers for a frantic handful. So
Yeah, I'd say.
yeah,
I was trying to be generous considering this particular encounter lasted almost 3 sessions.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And plus, whenever other people come in. All right, cool. And then we have a barrel of metal melting liquid.
Small barrel, but yes.
A small barrel.
I came up with that on the spot, honestly. I didn't think it was going to escalate to that, but...
That's the best. That's what I love about D&D.
Right?
It's like someone says something and they're like, oh, it's gonna be the same shit, and your DM mind it goes, oh, just you watch. You're like, it's a liquid, and your axe melted. That's what happened. Oh, and then you have another character that's curious as fuck and tries to go, and then ends up melting a whole building, and then it makes a hole to the top. How great would that have been?
Oh. If only. I'd only made it metal melting in my mind. So, like, you guys are in a stone chamber currently. Otherwise, that would have been awesome, yeah. From your perspectives, for sure. I have some other mindsets of that, but I'm surprised at, in general, the direction you guys took today. So.
Cool. So,
Okay, Abed.
I'm gonna. Cool. I love Community. It's so good. Especially Abed. Okay, sorry. You just totally distracted me. So, I'm gonna say, is that a ladder?
I'm surprised no one else has asked about it, honestly. It is a ladder, but it doesn't go to anywhere. There is a solid stone ceiling above you currently. It just apparently doesn't go anywhere.
Are weapons on the shelf?
Not
there
anymore.
are. There is a great hammer, a great pick, a great mace, a great hammer pick mace.
You said great mace?
There is.
Could I possibly get the hammer and the mace?
The great hammer and the great mace?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mariel's gonna stop you there for a hot second. If you even go reaching for this hammer, she's gonna put her hand aggressively on your hand. Easy there, Tiger. Let me shift this out. I am Mariel Battle Hammer for a reason.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Well, I feel that the hammer and the mace, I feel that I could get, considering you have 25 platinum pieces and 200 to 300 gold pieces.
You don't know that.
As they're having this conversation, you hear unbridled rage coming from the room over.
He overhears that I grabbed that many, and just restarts up again. You gotta be fucking like, clunk. Josh, how does just from a glance, like, how do these weapons look? Like, do they look better than what we have?
Well, first off, I believe, Mariel, you have a hand hammer, correct? It's a battle hammer, but it is not a great hammer. You would not require 2 hands for you to wield.
Yeah, that is correct. I can use 1 or 2, and I can increase.
This one would require you to use 2 for the most part, because the shaft of it is about your height.
Whew. He's getting hot thinking about grabbing it.
Well, then, if the hammer is definitely a two-handed weapon, then I definitely want the mace.
Which is also a two-handed weapon. Most of these weapons along this wall are two-handed, besides the hand axe, which if Amara had taken, there is a hand pick and a hand mace as well.
No, I definitely want the mace.
Okay. A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded, and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.